rolling, you know she rolling with me. Got the power hour just like my name was 50. New cash alert, top 5 trizzy. East side till I die, get north side Philly. Came up slow, but that shit made my patience great. Hotter than all, love me, but they hate me. Peep the handshake, matter or not. You trust it cause you love her, then you hug her. I just smash her off. Get my 20 points from me scoring, and then I pass the ball. Ain't no point in me being selfish, I got no love at all. Jumping off the whip at that foreign, I switch the license plate. When you getting money, it's funny, you getting twice the hate. Download you a copy or stream it, you know that life is good. Lyrics never die, told them lyrics never die. I'll never eat her cake, but you know I love to slice the pie. I'm talking about percentages, stack it till it's limitless. Get it how you living shit, I don't want your forgiveness.
What up, y'all? I see I'm back again with another episode of Let's Talk Heavy. You know, it's been a little minute. I think I took like a week or two off. You know what I mean? But I'm here again. Talk about what's going on in this world of the 49ers. You know, because it's bang, bang, Niner gang. But I got to pay some bills first. First and foremost, make sure y'all like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure y'all do that. I appreciate the people that support me and just come take time out their day to see what I got to talk about. It means a lot to me. I don't take it for granted. So I appreciate y'all. Secondly, you see these right here? South Sports at the Dark hoodies. I don't know if y'all can see it. You can see it now. Make sure you grab one. Grab you one. Fellas, it's hoodie season. You know, your lady, they let us steal your hoodies. Go over and grab your hoodie. I'm going to put the link in the description. After it's over, I'm going to put the link in the description on the page where you can go grab your Sports After Dark hoodie. You know what I mean? That's a part of my group of Chris Lewis and Ashley Baker. Our Sports After Dark, we selling hoodies now, man. So make sure y'all grab y'all lady a hoodie. Grab yourself a hoodie, fellas. They're very comfortable. I'll be rocking mines all day, every day, going through the airport and all of that. So make sure you grab you a hoodie, man. Also, make sure you follow, like, subscribe the Sports After Dark YouTube page. You know what I mean? That's where y'all can catch me at over there too. With, like I said again, Ashley Baker and Chris Lewis. Make sure y'all come over there and show us some love, man. There's always a great time over there. And, you know, we just be having a vibe. You know what it is. You know what it is. So, but you know, at this time where we at now, it's time to talk about what has just happened this past weekend. You know, it's time to talk about it. It's time to talk about how we brought out that broom sweep. Swept the Seattle Seahawks again for another year. 2 years back to back that we swept the Seattle Seahawks. Brooms and pans. I don't know if y'all remember. I said a while back, we played them on Thanksgiving. Now, when we did our NFC West State of the Divisions, I had a splitting with the Seahawks. I actually thought the Seahawks would be better than what they are right now. But, I mean, I'm not surprised, too, at the end of the day, because a lot of people was giving the Seahawks more credit than they were earning. They were 9-8 last year. I'm like, all right, they could probably win 2 more games. I had Seattle winning like 11 games. But they was thinking that Seattle was going to win a division because they saw Geno Smith throw for 4,000 yards one time out of his whole career. And I'm like, y'all going to let that 1 year by Geno Smith fool y'all and think that they're going to win the division over us? Come on, dog. We got to do better. You guys to do better, as my boy Rich Dallas would say. So I had a splitting with them. But I said the only way we're going to split with Seattle is if they beat us in Seattle. If they don't beat us in Seattle, we're going to sweep them. And here we are. Brooms and pans. Score was 28-16. Honestly, we should have blew them out. Should have been worse than that, but it was a lot of mistakes on our part, man. Silly turnovers. Because we was doing whatever we wanted to offensively. We was going up and down the field on them. But Brandon Ayuk had a silly fumble. Now I know he's going to make sure he make up for that. Brock had an interception because him and Ayuk wasn't on the same page. We were just doing too much where we were just letting them hang around. And the part that was burning me out about the game is like, why are we letting them hang around when we're doing whatever we want to offensively? Drew Lock, I know he had 2 interceptions, but Drew Lock wasn't bad out there. Drew Lock was able to do some things against us. I wasn't understanding that either. We did have Javon Hargrave go down. We did have Charvarius Ward go down. So that played a part into why things changed a little bit. But shout out to Javon Kinlaw coming in, Kalea Davis, Kevin Givens. Shout out to them still coming in. Next man up mentality. Shout out to Isaiah Oliver, Ambry Thomas, Demo stepping up. Shout out to them all stepping up in next man mentality, and we was able to get the job done. One person I want to highlight out, and I've been saying something about him since we drafted him. Jair Brown. You can't tell that Jair Brown is playing like a rookie. This is why us as Niner fans were very happy that we got him in the third round. He's a first round talent, but fell to the third round because of his 40. Jair talent is first round talent, and y'all are seeing it. 3 games he didn't start it. The 3 games, well, he came in the Bucs game, so he started the Seattle game, the Eagles game, and the Seahawks game again. He just had 2 interceptions in 4 games. And he should have had another one, but Fred Warner said, "No, I got this one." He would have had 2 in that game. Jair Brown, this is why, like I said again, it was upsetting that we lost Huff for the season. Prayers up to Huff, all pro talent. But this is why I was confident that Jair Brown was going to start and we wasn't going to lose a step. You could just see the intangibles. He's a playmaker. He's a ball hawk. He can do it all. And then you can see him. I saw the sounds from the sideline. He was leading the defensive back group. That's the first rookie I've ever seen do that on the Niners since I can remember. So that speaks volumes about how good this kid is. They letting him lead the group out. Leaders are leaders, regardless of if they a rookie, if they a vet. When you can see a leader, you could just see that in him. And Jair Brown is just taking advantage of his opportunities. I loved how he was always talking about how you just always stay ready because your moment is going to always come. His moment is here, and Jair Brown is taking advantage of it. And I love what the kid is doing, man. I love what the kid is doing. I appreciate the 49ers. To all the teams that let Jair Brown fall to the third round, we appreciate y'all. Because now he's balling. And he's helping us out. And he's helping his defense stay on top of the game where they need to be. But overall from that, Brock Purdy was being Brock Purdy with the Glock 30, slinging the ball all around the yard. I'm going to say something about Brock Purdy right now, man. I'm tired of the whole notion that it's the talent he got around him. It's not his fault that Kyle Shanahan is great at getting offensive players. It's not his fault that Kyle Shanahan drafted Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel and George Kittle. It's not his fault. It's not his fault that Kyle Shanahan said, you know what? Joe Staley retired. We need to go get Trent Williams, another Hall of Fame left tackle. It's not his fault where Kyle Shanahan said, you know what? We need a better running back in the run game, so we're going to go get Christian McCaffrey. It's not Brock Purdy's fault. Y'all don't knock no other quarterback for having talent around them. You didn't knock Peyton Manning for having 3 1,000-yard receivers in Brandon Stokely, Reggie Wayne, and Marvin Harrison. Might I add, he had a good tight end in Dallas Clark, and he had a 1,000-yard rushing running back in Joseph Adai. Nobody knocked Peyton Manning for that. Nobody knocked Peyton Manning his first year in Denver when he had Eric Decker, Demaryius Thomas, and Emmanuel Sanders. Nobody knocked him for that. Nobody knocked Patrick Mahomes for having Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. Nobody knocked Matt Ryan for having Julio Jones and Roddy White. But we knocking Brock Purdy, though. You know why we knocking Brock Purdy? Because he's a 7th-round pick. If he was a 1st-round pick, the energy would be different. But since he was Mr. Irrelevant and he not playing like he's Mr. Irrelevant, we trying to throw salt on his name. The eye test tell you, man, you've been watching the game long enough to know the kid is a baller. The kid is a baller. Stretching the field. And he's playing better than what he was last year. We wasn't stretching the field like this with Brock last year. Brock threw the ball down the field a little bit last year. But this year, bro is looking for the kill shot. If you give him the kill shot, he taking it. He taking it. He going from long to short on all his passes. If you give him the deep ball, Brock is going to throw it. That's what Kyle Shanahan had been missing in his offense the last 6 years. Kyle had all this in the playbook, but he couldn't get to it because we had a quarterback that couldn't stretch the field. Defenses used to play us with 1 high safety and play the middle of the field because they knew that's where Jimmy Garoppolo wanted to throw the ball. Now with Brock Purdy, you got to play 2 high safeties because he's showing you on tape that he will stretch the field and he will throw the ball down the field. But then that puts you in a more difficult situation as a defense, because when you play too high safety, you got to worry about Christian McCaffrey. Got to worry about the middle of the field with George Kittle. Got to worry about Brandon Ayuk in the middle of the field. Got to worry about third and Juwan. It's a lot more you got to deal with now. It make it more harder for you to defend us because we got a quarterback that can stretch the field now. So all in all, from the game, it was great offensively. First time that we had a quarterback throw for over 300 yards, have two receivers go over 100 yards, then have a running back rush for over 100 yards, and we were this close to having a tight end having 100 yards too. George Kittle had 75 yards. This offense is clicking. We got to keep it rolling because we still got games and when we got 4 games left. We got the number 1 seed officially now. You know what I mean? I told y'all a few weeks ago that we was gonna get it. It was gonna fall our way. I knew the Eagles was gonna lose to us. I knew the Eagles was gonna lose to the Cowboys. And here we are now, back where we belong. But we didn't clinch it yet. We still got 4 games left. We still got to handle business. So that brings us up to the next team that we play, and that is the Arizona Cardinals. We got the Cardinals again, y'all. We got the Cardinals again, and I believe we're in Arizona for this. I believe we're in Arizona for this. I believe we are. And it won't matter because I saw that 61% of the fans in Arizona is going to be Niner fans. So it's going to be another home game because y'all know what we do. We travel everywhere, wherever we go. It's always a home game for us. So I expect us to go in there and understand we to handle business because we can clinch the division off this game. It's hat and t-shirt week. Time to clinch the division. And I'm going after a lot of people. A lot of y'all that said that Seattle was going to win the division. A lot of y'all that said we was going to regress and drop to being a 7th seed or not making the playoffs. Y'all got to stand on that. And I'm not trying to hear, oh, I didn't know y'all was going to trade for Chase Young in the middle of the season. I'm not trying to hear none of that because we started off 5-0 before we got Chase Young. And we went 5-3. However, if we didn't trade for Chase Young, I still believe that we would have got it together because we always have our roller coasters throughout the season. We always do. But we always bounce back from it. So I'm not trying to hear no excuses. Oh, I made that prediction before y'all got Chase Young. Well, we started out 5-0. And if you looked at how we played and how Seattle was playing through those games, you can tell we were the more dominant team. We were blowing everybody out except the Rams. In our first 5 games, we blew everybody out. And now that we back on a 5-game winning streak, we blew everybody out again, except the Seahawks. The second time we beat them by 12, but we blew out the Seahawks in their crib. We blew out the Eagles. We blew out the Jags. And you can't say we blew out. We didn't blow out the Bucks, but it was a convincing win. We've been having convincing wins on this 5-game winning streak. So I expect us to go up in there, handle business. They got Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray can always give you fits, but I think that we'll do our job and do what we need to do. And it's the home game for Brock. Coming home party. Brock, he grew up in Arizona. That's where he's been doing his damage at. I believe he got Offensive Player of the Year in high school in Arizona. So it's a home game for him. So I'm sure Brock is going to want to come home and do his thing for the home crowd. I'm sure his family will be in the stands, So I expect a great game from us. I expect us to handle business, do what we got to do, and clinch this division. We clinch the division would be no less than a 3 seed. But I don't even think we're going to be that low. Because I believe the 1 seed belongs to us. Me personally, I don't think we lose another game. I think we beat Baltimore next week, and we wrap the season up with the Commanders and then the Rams. I think we don't lose another game because this team understands that even though they're taking it 1 game at a time, they know in the back of their minds, for one, you get a bye, a well-rested week off that this whole team needs again. You got players that's hurt. They can use that extra week off. So we need that extra week off. And then you got the road to the Super Bowl will go through Santa Clara. You got the divisional round. You got the NFC Championship. 2 games you got to win to get to the Super Bowl, and they'll both be home games. I think the team understands that, and I believe they're locked in. They understand what the message is and what we're trying to do. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna handle business and stand on business and get rid of the Cardinals. I expect the Niners to win by 2 touchdowns. We might blow them out, but I know the Cardinals ain't gonna lay down to us. The game might start off a little funny money. They might come out with something, and then we'll finally settle in and walk off like we normally do. So That's my little quick spiller. Let's talk heavy. I don't stay a little too long. I'm in and out like a bank robbery, in and out like a burger spot. But I'll be back to y'all next week to talk about us beating the Arizona Cardinals and clinching the division. And then I'll be going on to Christmas game I've been talking to y'all about. That's our last test of the season. Much love to all y'all. I appreciate the support that y'all give me on a weekly basis on all my platforms. Much love to y'all. Peace.